This podcast is brought to you by Infinite Resources, a local staffing agency connecting diverse job candidates in central Iowa companies.
Amplified.
Welcome back to Rooted Latinas, your go-to podcast for honest conversations, laughter, and a whole lot of relatable experiences. We're sharing our journey of adapting from a Latino household to life in the U.S., discussing challenges, transforming obstacles, and celebrating personal growth.
And what's up?
What's up, ladies?
Yeah,
Finally, we're all together.
it's been a hot minute,
Right?
I'm like, what did I miss out?
It's a different vibe when all four of us are not here.
1,000%.
I agree.
It's always something missing.
Right?
Well, talking about missing, what was the first, what did you guys talk about? What did I miss out on?
So we ended up doing our, season 2, episode 1 and 2, right? Talking about what's upcoming, what we're going to be talking about. And then we had a funny episode of Las Palabras. Yeah,
Like
dichos. And Mariana's favorite word.
Oh,
That's
gosh.
pipiri nice.
It's nice. I love it. Well, I know as we're approaching the end of the year, you guys, there's been so much that has happened. So much I want to catch up on. It's been a hot minute. I know we got to connect last week and we connected briefly, but what if we go around and just share maybe some of our biggest ahas? I think about our listeners, where they're at right now as we approach Thanksgiving, as we go into Christmas and the new year. And sometimes I think people think, oh, I got to wait until the new year to start something or start the resolution or whatever it is. But can we share some advice or feedback to our folks?
As we go into the holidays,
As we
how to
go into
survive.
How to
How to survive the holidays 101.
Literally, because growing up Latino, right? Like we have a whole big family. And I think I love this topic because I think it goes back and we reflect on literally the whole year and what's happened, the good, the bad, what we're going to leave behind in 2024 and take with us in 2025. So I'm excited to hear from you guys.
A ver.
Yeah.
¿Quién es la
empieza?
primera víctima?
Well, I'll share. We're doing advice first for right? Going into the holidays.
A ver.
Okay, my advice is I always keep it, and I was just telling Iki this, but I keep it like our family, just immediate family, like my siblings and their family. You know, it's not like, unless it's a quinceañera or something, then we invite like uncles and aunts and stuff like that. But for us, it just makes sense. Our family's so big, our immediate family, that we just keep it just us, and we know like there's going to be like, there's never drama. It's just nice, and you know, there's a lot of kids running around, so there's a lot of chaos.
Yeah.
But yeah, just keep it simple. Like, if you know, my advice is if there's family or people you're like, you know what, like, yeah, I don't want to be there or be around them, then don't. You know, it's your time to like. The holiday shouldn't be like anxiety filled or stressful.
Yeah, that's true.
I agree. Sheesh, let's see here. I think an advice is just try your best to enjoy being in the present moment, especially around the holidays, you know, because I know it's tough around these days, especially if you lost a lost one or you're missing, someone that was always there during the holidays. So I think it's just being present in that present moment. And I second you, like truly be surrounded with the people that love you and that you love and that you appreciate, that has been there for you throughout the year.
Yeah.
I have a question.
What?
But what about like our listeners that, I know this about you guys, but they might not know this about you guys. Are there different cultures? Are you guys, los dos son Mexicanos? Is there like with your families? Because I think that plays a huge thing into it as you go into the holidays. So, a ver.
Yeah, so my
Como que? Like, like our mixed families.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think that's
okay.
a real thing.
Yeah, I agree. That's
yes,
true.
girl, that's a great question. So me and my husband are both Mexicanos, but my older brother se casó con una americana. And so una güerita, yes. And it's been really cool, especially in hearing her like her side of things, because she just loves our tradition and our culture. So she's like, she always jokes about this, but she's very serious. She's like, you know, the first time I heard your brother ask you if, and this is just an example, asked you if he just called you on a random day and he's like, hey, hermana, I'm gonna put my car in your garage. And your answer to that was like, yeah, bring it, it's fine. She was shook.
Why?
Because in her culture, it's like very much like, no, you can't do that. Like, how long are you gonna leave it there for? Like,
all the questions that follow.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
All the questions that follow.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Yes.
Like, the cultures are different. Like, we ask no questions. What's wrong with us?
She
Sorry,
said
go ahead.
so true.
Yeah, so she loves that about that. And I guess I can just share that perspective because she knows she's so open about it. Like, even her kids, you know, they're biracial as well. They're Filipino and black and, you know, white. Yeah. So it's really cool that now that they're integrated with our family, like, they're even learning Spanish. They even now
That's so
identify
cool.
as like Latino. They're like, go up and be like, I am part Latino, you know, because they just love the culture. They love elotes on the cob.
Yes.
Like,
I
they
know what
love
you're eating this
heat.
Thursday.
Yes. So it's really cool, and it's really beautiful to be able to share the culture and share traditions with them. So.
Is there anything that you've learned from her side of the family?
Yeah, I think it's just going back to like the different culture, like how she was raised and what she was exposed to. Yeah. It just makes me just appreciate my culture a little bit more in that sense.
I love that.
Yeah, I love that. And I'll piggyback on that because, like, so one, yes, like all the questions that they ask and we don't, you know, because Maria always gets on me about that.
Like why?
She'll be like, I'll be like, hey, my sister just texted us, she's coming over. And then Maria will be like, for what? To do what? And I was like, I don't know. She said she's coming over, you know? Or just like things like that. Yeah. Like for them, there has to be a reason and just like so much planning, right?
So
and that ties
interesting.
into like how like Maria's white, I'm not, but her family plans a lot of things. So let's say this year, Thanksgiving won't be with her family, it'll be with mine on the day of.
Okay.
But then next year, it'll be on the day of for her side of the family.
Oh, so you alternate.
Yeah, and all the spouses are on the same schedule. So like this year on the actual Thanksgiving, everyone's with the significant others' families. And then but Christmas will be on Christmas this year. And then alternate. So like stuff like that. And I was like, why can't we all have our lives together like that? Like why did we think of this? It's like the most like brilliant thing they've ever thought about. You know?
Hack.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to do your holidays, Jamie
Yeah.
and Mariana just figured it out.
Yeah,
I
but those
think-
little things.
I think about like just my family. It's like everyone already knows. It's like we just have to pick somebody's house and everyone llega allí. I don't know if it's because like for me, it's like mi familia aquí, they're all my siblings. So it's like cuando los juntamos, it's like todos van por mi mamá, you know? So everyone's together and it's different. I remember, I guess a tip that we're actually going to try this year is like for the longest time, literally this year is going to be the first year, que we have Thanksgiving early. Like we would always have Thanksgiving like at 6, 7 p.m. in the evening. And I don't know if anybody else did that. Like we would do that every time. And it got to the point where like we would just like want to sleep right after we would have dinner. You know, or we would go all day without eating to have our first meal.
So true.
Like at around 6 or 7, and then we'd crash. So este año, I told everyone, hey, let's do 3 p.m. We'll meet at my house and we'll have food. I told everyone 2, so that way they can get there at 3, right?
Good idea.
But yeah, we're gonna
Noted.
do an early. I don't even think that's early. I feel like a lot of people do like
in lunchtime,
1, right?
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
cada año nosotros it was always 6 or 7. This year we're gonna do 3 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
smart.
interesting.
Let us know how it goes.
Yeah.
Everyone gets there until like 6.
See, that's the part that typically happens with our side of the family is because we are Latino, you're on Latino time. So
Yeah.
te dicen las 3, llegan a las 5. So for us, we're both Latinos. And so of course, we all have similar traditions y cuando celebramos y que comimos, que vamos a comer and things like that. So antes, Antonio and I would like try to make it to both the same day, and it was so chaotic because it's leaving one, ya cuando te estás sintiendo a gusto, y luego ahora it's time to go to the next one. And then you have to pretend like you're not super full, but you want to eat también y comer otra vez. But no, now it works really well because Antonio's family, they all get together on Saturday instead because some used to work on Thanksgiving Day. So we do breakfast on Thanksgiving Day. We all get together, and then ya en la tarde we go to my mom's. And then Saturday we actually have Thanksgiving celebration on his side of the family.
I love that.
So it's worked out nicely, at least for Thanksgiving. But yeah, the rest of the holidays, y'all, like, to be honest, I go back to reiterating what Jamie and Mariana had said. Like, go hang out with the people that make you feel like good, you know. And I also would recommend, like, if there's anything that's like going on between you or your family, or que se pelearon por esto, or just little things, like, it's not even worth it, y'all. At the end of the day, like, if they're your sisters or your close friends, just connect with them. We're all human. We all make mistakes. Things happen, and have grace with them. At the end of the day, so just to share with you guys where I'm coming with this is, El abuelita de Antonio just passed recently, unexpected, on Saturday, and you know it has brought everyone together. Everyone's now together, and unfortunately, it's como dicen, you know, how come something so tragic is the only time people actually get together?
Yeah.
And so this is just a perspective of like, hey, like, things can happen, but y'all, what really matters at the end of the day is just the love that is there. So just take that time. Let it pass by. I promise it won't matter at the end of the day. Whatever those
I have a question for you, because our listeners might not know this, but in our culture, why do you have to pretend you're hungry?
It is rude if you deny food that they bring you. You always hungry and you finish your plate.
Yes, 1,000%.
Yeah.
I was going to piggy off of what you said, Rocio, about like another thing that we started doing just a few years ago is like truly just like when we're sitting down at the table, just going around and having someone say like, what are you thankful for? What are you grateful for? Like that never happened in my family. And I started doing it because I'm like, let's just share, like, it puts everyone como, the whole environment even changes. Like, I've had my family open up. Some of them cry, like, because they're not used to that, ¿verdad? Platicando de lo que, like, their feelings or how they what they're truly grateful for, and just being in the moment. And like you said, nomás sabiendo que todos están allí, que it's a good time. Like, I would recommend, if you don't do it yet, just go around and be like, can you guys just say something quick? What are you grateful for? You know, what are you thankful for this year? Because I think that goes a long way. And it brings, like, joy to everyone there. It's something that we've been doing every year.
Yes, totally agree on that.
Yeah.
We just did that for our Friendsgiving.
Yes.
And it was so cool.
Yeah.
I was going to say, even though sometimes you have those family members that are like, ya vas a empezar.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, you want to say something you're thankful for. So just say it.
You can go last.
Yeah.
Steal someone else's idea.
Yeah, literally.
No.
Right. Well, I love that feedback.
Yeah.
That's good.
Anything else you guys would share with anyone as they're heading into the holidays? What they can do, think, feel? I don't know. Anything else?
I would just say, honestly, everything that we've said. Like, truly be present, be thankful for what you have, where you're at, por tu familia. Like, you just never know, you know? And so just be grateful and enjoy all the yummy food.
Yeah, put your phones down.
And wear your stretchy pants.
I was going to say, wear your best stretchy pants.
Nos vemos next time, y'all.
Bye, y'all. Happy Thanksgiving.